On this, Gershon Basket is our guest. He's a veteran Israeli hostage negotiator, co-director of the Alliance for Two States. It's always great, Gershon, to have your perspective anytime we're talking about any real type of negotiation, and especially in a situation like this where we don't really know what's going on, like how much is back channel, how much is different than public pronouncements. As you look in from the outside, what's your read on the last few days?
Well, today the Iranians admitted for the first time that they have received messages from President Trump with regards to a negotiated end to the war, but there's a lot of clouds around the whole negotiations and what is being proposed. What I think is very clear from anyone who understands Iran is that Iran is very unlikely to surrender at any time or to admit that they've been defeated, even though they've suffered tremendous losses, both in terms of their leadership being killed both by Israel and the United States, as well as infrastructure, the military, the Revolutionary Guards, the besieged internal security forces. They've taken tremendous hits. But at the same time, Iran has not backed down from hitting its neighbors, the Arab countries, as well as Israel, which is under constant rocket fire from Iran and from the north of Israel, from Hezbollah in Lebanon, a proxy of Iran. So there is no decisive victory here for anyone, and negotiations under those terms are very difficult. Certainly President Trump doesn't want to admit anything but a victory is very hard to claim when there is no regime change, when there is no retrieval of the highly enriched uranium from Iran, the ceasing of its ballistic missiles program. So we don't know what's going to happen if there are talks that are going to take place in Pakistan, perhaps early as Saturday, with the vice president traveling to Pakistan, perhaps with Mr. Witkoff as well. We have to wait and see because everything is very, very foggy right now.
Yeah, how much do individuals, you mentioned Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, as a possibility, matter in situations like this? To your point about Vice President Vance, that came up in the White House briefing in this back and forth. Take a listen.
Vice President J.D. Vance, what has changed that has made him more of an active participant in these negotiations with Iran?
I don't think anything has changed. The Vice President has always been a key member, the President's right-hand man, and a key member of the President's national security team.
As you know, Gershon, there have been plenty of reporting to suggest that Vice President Vance might not be the biggest fan of the war effort, so his involvement tells you what, if anything?
Well, it tells us first that Mr. Witkoff and Jared Kushner are not the main negotiators here, because they were negotiating with Iran to try and prevent the war, and the Iranians felt that they were betrayed by them when, from the Iranian perspective, they offered solutions to prevent the war. But Witkoff and Kushner went back to the president and gave the green light or the president took a green light to open up the war on Iran. So the Iranians have let it be known that they don't trust Witkoff and Kushner. And therefore, I think we're seeing the involvement of the vice president here, who might be trusted more by the Iranians in these negotiations.
Gershon Baskin, thank you. Just stand by for a moment, Gershon, but I want to shift back to Los Angeles here at our